Hello, welcome back. Good morning to all of you. My name is Vishal Manocha, owner and director at Networth Immigration Solutions. Welcome back to our live session. It's 11 a.m. right now in Canada, Eastern Standard Time, and in India back home it's 8:30 p.m. Last week, unfortunately, we could not have a live session. Very sorry for that one, but definitely we are live back again with all the updates from last couple of weeks, maybe because we missed the last week session. And definitely, this is also the time for you to ask your questions because this gives you an opportunity to talk to an immigration consultant live right away. Whatever query you have, get an answer right away, and definitely you will have a lot to take from this session. We will be talking about the express entry lot today. We had a draw this week. We'll come down to that. What was the score and who all were invited? But definitely we will be talking about it. Then parents and grandparents program. The invitation has been sent. What next? We will be talking about more in detail about that too. Also, we will be covering today will be the skill trade class and the STEM occupations. What are they look like and how we think going to be their future draws coming like, and how many people are in hopefully being getting a chance for invitation in the next few years. We will be talking about that too. And yes, not to forget, we will also be talking about the college admissions for onshore and offshore students, which are always open with us because we, as also an immigration consultant, also have do represent a lot of colleges across Canada where we help students to come get the study permit and come to Canada to fulfill their dreams and getting the permanent residency later on. So let's start with the first update, which was for the express entry draw. There was a draw again held this Wednesday. The score went down to 500 from previous one, which was 504. So you can see a 4-point drop from the previous draw, which held a couple of weeks ago. And after the number of invitations were a bit higher than the previous one, the number of invitations was 3,725 invitations being sent this time, which is again higher than the previous one. So express entry has been doing good. We have seen a lot of draws this year. I think they have not. I think I'm pretty sure they have already crossed their express entry target limit for this year. Now, number of invitations stands around 85 to 90,000. The target was around 82,000 for 2023, but we are almost very close to 90,000 invitation been sent through express entry. So that is very promising. Yes, around 100,000 people just been getting invitation through express entry. We still have a couple of more months left. Last couple of months we were thinking there may be not more draws coming up because the limit has been exceeded, but we have seen 2 draws after that. So that means there can be future draws coming up for the coming months, which are still we have 2.5 months left for 2023 before it's over. So we may exceed more than 100,000 express entry draws if we still see the same trend which we have been seeing throughout 2023. The number of invitations may definitely touch around 100,000, which will be the highest ever in 1 year. Also, in regard to that, we have already heard from the immigration minister that there are no plans of changing the number of people they want to send in invitation in the next 3 years. So again, the next 3 years is going to be a good time for you to come immigrate to Canada. If you're looking for permanent residency, the best time for you to look at. But I know people are concerned about the express entry draws because the score is very high. It is not coming below 500, which is definitely concerning for people across the world because it's very hard to achieve 500 CRS score while back home without having Canadian experience, without having a job offer in Canada, without having any experience with any employer in Canada. It's very hard to achieve 500, but you still see even Canada has realized even if they keep the benchmark to 500, they are still exceeding the number of invitations they want to send or they are sending. or they've already sent in 2023. As I've already told you a few minutes ago, we have already exceeded the quota for 2023, for which the Express Entry invitation was supposed to be sent in 2023 whole year. So we've already crossed that, and we still have another 2.5 months left. Let's see how it goes from here, but it seems to be very promising. We may be touching, as I said, 100,000 invitation mark through Express Entry by end of 2023. Now, for the people who are basically, definitely, yes, you are concerned about not getting to that point of where you can score 500. So what are the ways you can do it? Or what are the other people who are still getting invitation but not even having 500 points? Canada this year, we already know, have started category specific draws. Those are the draws which have been we have already seen a lot of draws in that STEM sector, sector, and we have seen the score drops in those draws. So maybe definitely Canada is trying to manage the workforce, the labor force they need in Canada, because definitely there's a lot of skill shortage under skilled trade class. There's a lot of skill shortage under health sector especially. So these are the sector to look forward to, and also under STEM. These three sections, I know there are another categories which has been announced. We have seen one or two draw of the other ones, but trade and skill and STEM and health seems to be the most promising one, even for the coming years. We can see what we were reading an article this morning where I just came across the numbers they are looking into the next 5 years. So the trade schools, for the trade draws itself in the next 5 years, just for the trade, they're looking for more than 250,000 invitations might be sent in the next 5 years, because that's the skill shortage they have. I'm just talking about one skill, one category out of the Express Entry. So that is a big number. Maybe we are looking at that number for the trade for the trade invitation. Then if we talk about STEM, that seems to be another promising sector, and we are expecting another 200,000 invitations being sent in the next 3 to 4 years just under STEM sector too. So these are especially in the now under STEM are mostly the IT people from the IT background who have experience in computer programming, designing, web development. These are the people who come under STEM, and there are many more. Obviously, the information is available on the IRCC website and also on our social media platform. But STEM and trade are the two most important. And the third one, the health. Again, a lot of nurses, a lot of PSWs are required. Doctors, practitioners, everybody is definitely there's a lot of skill shortage, and they need all of these people to be coming to Canada and helping them definitely become a part of the workforce and helping Canada grow. We have seen a lot of things happening these days. Hopefully, the world doesn't seem to more than right now seems to be a safer place. Right now, the things are shaping up. We saw a war last year. This year, just recently, we saw another one. Hopefully, everything is safe. Everybody's safe, and everybody has. Hopefully, there's a peace all around. But definitely, yes, the things are not. We are not living in a normal world where everywhere it's peace and everything. But hopefully, we come back to the normal situation as soon as possible. We have also seen lately about everybody in the world know about what happened between India and Canada ties. That was also a concerning part. But again, as I hopefully the situations are resolved and everything come back to the normal, and we are still living back in the normal and a happy world again. Let's hope that works well. Also, guys, like when we talk about these. When we come live, basically we give you an update about what happened in the last week or so, but we also expect you to we give you this time also to ask your questions. If you have any question about any of your concern or any of your case you are in or any situation you are in, this is the best time for you to ask your questions. If you definitely ask your questions, it will give you an opportunity. If you have any doubt in your mind, that we can clarify right away. So if you want to know anything, again, I'll request you to post your question into the comment section, and I will be happy to answer them for you while we take up this live session, while we give you an update. We also give an opportunity to a client to ask their question. So to just not listen, also become a part of this session, become a part of this interactive section, and definitely give you an opportunity to ask your question as we go along. So we have got one question from Priya. I'll take it from that. Mr. Amit is with us. He is one of our regular viewers. Thanks for joining in. Thanks, Nasif, for joining in. Thank you for that. Priya has a question for us. I want to settle in Canada with my spouse. What will be the process? Priya, now there are a lot of process through which you can settle in Canada. We know Canada has got the more than 100 ways through which you can get your permanent residency. You can come here as an entrepreneur. You can come here on a work permit, then invite your spouse. You may come on a study permit and invite your spouse. You may even come directly as a permanent resident and stay in Canada forever. So there are a lot of ways through which you can definitely come with your spouse. So we need more information about your profile, your experience, your education. Then only we will be able to guide you. But yes, there are a lot of ways through which you can immigrate to Canada or move to Canada with your spouse. If you need more information, definitely we will be happy to assist you in that too. We have another question from Akash. Applying with dependent together for PG diploma, is there any visa success into it? I'm planning to apply together and heard from many that only for master courses will have visa success. How true is that? Akash, that's a very good question. Yes, there are a lot of people who ask us about this question. We have seen recently, to be honest, very recently we have seen a bit of positive results coming out. And yes, you are right. Coming for a master's degree, definitely, it's not like, okay, as if you talk about the rule book, it doesn't say that you can only do that if you're doing a master's program. You can accompany your spouse or a partner at the same time when you're applying for your work permit or study permit, irrespective of the level of the diploma, because as per the rule book, there is no as such guideline. But yes, you may be right in saying if you're coming for a master degree or a bachelor degree, you have better chances. But it also depends on a lot of other factors too. If we talk about the success rate, we have tried, we have got a mixed sort of success rate here, and I'll not say it's as high as 90-95% rate, but yes, 60 to 70% of people are getting visas along with the spouse when they apply, but most of them are definitely not trying it because they don't want to take a risk. And we have seen obviously there's a much better success rate, above 98 success percent. I can say in my office we have, if we do a spouse, principal applicant first, and then a spouse first, second, then we have seen better success rate as compared to both of them applying together. So now that was about the express entry we talked about today. Before we take up the next question, and we'll go back to the updates we have. Now, as per the announcement made by RCC, starting from 10th of October, you were supposed to receive your parents and grandparents invitations. If you have already received it, very well. Congratulations to all of our clients and viewers who have got the invitation. Definitely, there will be a lot of people who have still missed out. To be honest, in fact, I haven't still received the invitation from my parents yet. Today is 13th. I'm pretty sure all the invitations have been sent by now. Maybe another day I'll wait. If not, definitely, we will definitely have to try our luck next time. But that's how it works. That's how this program is designed. Not everybody who is willing to invite their parents and grandparents gets a chance. The only way you get a chance is if you're lucky enough to be picked by IRCC as per their draw system for getting an invitation. So again, congratulations to all the clients and the viewers who have got the invitation for parents and grandparents. Now, what is the next step? You have to submit your application, complete application before 22nd December, 12 p.m. 12 a.m. in the night. You have to submit the application before that to be eligible to invite your parents and grandparents. The application need to be complete. If you are sending an incomplete application, that will be returned back to you, and you will not get another opportunity to apply back for your parents and grandparents. So it's better you take a very sincere advice. If you're doing it of your own, definitely you can go ahead and do it. But make sure you are submitting a complete application, because you are one of the lucky person who have got an invitation. And as I said, not everybody have got an invitation. As I told you, even my parents have not yet, haven't received any invitation yet. So let's see how it goes. I'm still hoping, but I know most of the invitation might have been sent by now. But if you have got it, you have got roughly around 60 days to submit this application. Your application should be received by IRCC within that time frame, and you have to make sure that it's a complete application. If you're missing any document, any information, the file will be returned back as incomplete, and you may not get an opportunity to resubmit the application. In that case, you will have to wait again for an invitation for your parents and grandparents, which could take even years. I know a lot of people in the office, people I know have been trying for the last 3-4 years. They have not got the invitation yet for their parents and grandparents. But if you have got it, definitely that you are lucky to receive that invitation. But now make sure you have the deadline in your mind and you know what documents are to be submitted. how to complete your application, then only go ahead and do it. That's how it's going to work out for you. Now, coming back to parents and grandparents things is obviously now if you've got an invite and if you're looking for any help from us, we can definitely help you, assist you submitting your parents and grandparents application for permanent residency. But as I said, make sure that you are doing it rightly in the first time itself, and make sure you're submitting the complete application. Again, before we go for the next update, we have Tupar Sim asking us a question. Let me take the question. Hi, sir. I applied for spousal PR January this year. After May, I didn't get any update. Last week, I got a ghost update, but nothing on the file. Only eligibility showing in process since May. Can you please guide me when should I get approval? Okay, it's very hard for me to tell you when will you get the approval. Basically, application, but usually PR or spousal PR application. Okay, so we have seen a different timeline for the application because it depends on the documents you have submitted, if was the file complete or not. But we have seen our results coming in basically even 4 to 5 months. The application we submitted in April, May, June, I think all of them are already got the positive results. Most of, I think 99% of our spousal PR application already have got the results submitted that time. Definitely your application is taking normal than the processing time, but nothing to worry about because this we have seen this very common that the few of the application taking more than the usual time frame. But what I can just recommend you is maybe you can raise a web form to IRCC, let them know that it has passed the processing time of the country. If it has already, then definitely you can write a web form to them. If it's under the processing time, definitely you're not going to get any benefit out of it. But yes, if it has crossed the processing time of your country, then definitely the chances are that may expedite a bit of your application, because if it's crossed the limit of the time frame, they may try to expedite and give you a result soon as possible. But there is no exact time frame, or anybody can tell you. As I said, I've already suggested you what best you can do from here. So all the best for your spousal application. If you have any concern, definitely do let us know, and we can still assist you further in this regard. So thank you, Dupam, for asking your question. Today we have got another client of our viewers, Munish, and he just joined us. Good morning, Munish. How are you? After very long, I've seen you live, but again, you're welcome. And definitely, if you have any question, you can go ahead and ask us, and we will be happy to answer that for you right away. Okay, now coming back to, I know this was an update we missed, as I missed the session on last week, so we couldn't give you this update. Most of you people are still aware or might be aware of it. But just for our viewer and clients, starting from 1st of October 2023, you are not supposed to submit your pre-medical for your permanent residency. You have to wait for them to ask for your medical. Once they ask, then only you have to get your medical done. So you don't have to submit your medicals before when you submit your express entry profile for your once you submit your PR application through express entry, you are no longer required to submit your medical result prior to submitting the application. So that can be submitted later on as and when required by IRCC. If in some cases they don't require it, say if you're already in Canada and you may be even lucky enough to get the medical done, even getting PR without medical, because if your medical is still valid and there was no big concern the last time you did your medical, maybe that will give you an opportunity to even get a PR without getting another medical done. But definitely, if you haven't done it before, you will definitely get an invite to do the medicals again. But there may be few lucky people whose PR medical is expired and they may still not be asked to do a medical again. Maybe Canada is just trying to, if you're in Canada, definitely makes the doctor busy in doing the medical. They may just trying to get that time of the doctor free and so that they look into more of the emergency of the other patient. That may be one of the reasons. But yes, it's a good move that we are not supposed to get the medical done when we submit your application file. So these were the updates we have. There were a lot of draws from PNP. I'm just running a bit short of time today, may not be able to discuss them, but we had a draw from British Columbia, from Prince Edward Island, from Alberta. Let me see in a brief, if I can just let you know what was the draw. So one was the draw from British Columbia. The British Columbia held their draw on 4th of October. Only 110 candidates were invited in a general draw, which means there were no specific occupations targeted. The minimum score to receive an invitation was 111. Those for skilled workers team need to score 111. International graduates needed a score of 113, and entry level and semi-skilled candidate required a score of 91. So basically, you have to be eligible first. You have to create your profile under the BCPNP system. Then only you get your invites. There are also other invites sent to early childhood educators and assistants, healthcare professional, and other occupations also where the score was even less than 60. Uh, the minimum score was 60 in all of the three draws for early childhood, healthcare, and other priority occupations. From Alberta, there was a PNP draw on 3rd of October. The data has been released now. There were only 33 candidates nominated through Alberta Advantage Immigration Program. The minimum CRS score was 313 was required. The candidate which was selected from the priority sector agriculture occupation with Alberta job offer category, they were also all express entry candidates. So these were the people who got the invitation from Alberta. Third draw we had was from Prince Edward Island, invited 20 candidates through their labor and express entry category. On October 5, all candidates were working in the healthcare and food processing sectors. So these were the people who got the invitation on 5th of October. So these were the three PNPs where the invitation was sent to the people depending on their skills and their education, the experience they have. These were the people who got the invite. We have a question from, before we go to our next section of this next update section. We have a Lakshay Sharma. Can you help me with student visa? Yes, we do. That is our next topic of the day about college admissions. Yes, we do. Network Immigration do represent a lot of universities and colleges where we help students get their study permits and study visa applications. Yes, we do help them. So right now we have got onshore and offshore seats available. If you are onshore, we have got seats available within GTA campuses for a lot of colleges. And if you are offshore, we are accepting application now for May 2024. But if you are willing to move to Montreal, Quebec is your destination, we do have seats available for even January, February, March intake, because we have a rolling intake in Montreal. So if you are looking to study in Quebec, and specifically in Montreal, we do have institution where we are taking both onshore and offshore applications for January, February, March. But if you are considering within GTA, we have still option for within GTA also, starting from public and private colleges are available. Very few are available for January intake, but you still have a chance if you are looking for January intake. So definitely that is college admission. We do help students with, if you are back home, we help for your study visas. If you're already in Canada, we help you in extending your study permit. So that's how we help our clients. But yes, we do help in getting their study visa and college admission for all of the clients. So that was it basically for this session. We have talked about the express entry today. We saw a score draw where around 3,700 people were invited. 4,500 was the score, which is lower than the previous one. We have already hit the target for express entry for this year, but we are still getting the invitation, which is good. We can see, if we still see another 4-5 draws, so we may be touching around 100,000 mark, first time ever through express entry for the permanent residency. International student visas success rate is very, very high. Best time to study in Canada if you're looking to come and study here. The success rate is very high. If your profile is good, yes, there are chances that you are getting your visa approved. So if you need any assistance or help in college admissions or visa services, yes, we can help you in that too. If you have got your parents and grandparents and got an invitation and now you're looking for help to submit your application, contact us. We do definitely try to help you in your application, because as I said during the show, this is very important. You submit your parents and grandparents application on time. The deadline is 22nd December. You have to submit it before 12. You have to submit your application for parents and grandparents before 22nd or by 22nd of October. If you are submit an incomplete application, it may be returned back. So make sure you are doing it properly. If you need our help, definitely we can assist you in that too. So thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for asking your question. We will be live back again next Friday, 11 a.m. Till then, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Have a great week ahead, and we will see you live next Friday, 11 a.m. Till then, have a good Good rest of the day and rest of the week ahead. Thank you and see you all next Friday. Bye bye.